going on? What's going on, y'all? You know who it is. You know what it is, man. It's your boy, Big June. I'm back with it. Here with another episode of Big June Sports Talk, man. Where we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everything and anything in the sports world we touch on this platform, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Before I get this episode off, I want to apologize for the AC in the background. But you know your boy, he lives in the Sunshine State. And it gets real hot out here, man. Currently at 97 degrees, so bear with me if you do hear the AC in the background. Again, I do want to apologize for the inactivity between episodes, but your boy needed to recharge, reload, and reassess what's going on as far as the episodes and how I want to take the show and what direction I want to go as far as, in general, as far as Big June Sports Talk. So, you know, went on vacation. Shout out to all my family and friends out there in New York. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay blessed. And, you know, for the ones I didn't get to run into, I love y'all. Again, hopefully, you know, y'all can come out here, vice versa. But it is what it is. So, you know, I thought about it. You know, I'm not even going to lie. I did think about, you know, hanging it up and just letting it go. Right out to the sunset. Continue to focus on my writing and some of the other business that I want to get into. But, you know, sports is like a drug addiction, man. So, you know, name is Big June. Drug of choice is talking sports, man. So it is what it is, man. So a lot of things has transpired since the last episode, man. The NBA playoffs, the NBA finals. A champion has been crowned. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. A champion has also been crowned. And NHL. So shout out to the Vegas Knights? Golden Knights? Vegas Golden Knights. Shout out to the Vegas Knights. And, you know, it's a good time to be partying in Vegas, right? You might run into a parade, a whole celebration out there in the Strip. So again, shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights for capturing their first Stanley Cup. And might be the fastest, or not one of the fastest teams to capture a Stanley Cup. Look it up. You know, your boy Big Junior do that, so don't quote me on that. But again, shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights for capturing the Stanley Cup. And again, shout out to Coach Malone, Joker, Jamal Murray, and company for capturing Denver Nuggets' first championship. Your first championship, right? What a special time it is to be a Denver Nugget fan. It's a special time to be an NBA fan in general. When you've seen the playoffs, where the Eastern Conference, right, the finals, let me take a step back real fast, right? I start getting excited. Boston almost made history. First team down 3-0, back to Game 7. Fell flat at home. Shout out to Boston, shout out to the Miami Heat, right? From the play-in, for almost not making it, to becoming the second eighth seed to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. Which, shout out to my New York Knicks, we were number one, right? But when you look at everything that was accomplished by Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo and company, like I just mentioned, almost getting bumped out in the play-in scenario. Yeah, Giannis injury, round 1. My New York Knicks, round 2. Almost collapsed in round 3. Tyler Hero injuries, whatever, fatigue. More athletic, bigger guy, Aaron Gordon on Jimmy Butler. You still got to tip the cap and acknowledge, what they accomplished. And knowing Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra, they're rolling sleeves up and get to work through the NBA and free agency process, right? And look for them to make a trade and make an impact. So again, shout out to the Miami Heat. You know what to expect with Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, and company. But this is special because we all witnessed an organization winning their first championship, right? It's just a feel-good story from Nikola Jokic, right? A forward NBA player making history. That historical run individually as far as points, rebounds, and assists, putting the debate to rest as far as who is the greatest big man in the NBA today between him and Joel Embiid. Shout out to Joel Embiid. But he silenced all his doubters. And they made no mistake about it. Nikola Jokic is the best big man in the NBA today. He proved it. He took his team to where Joel Embiid aspires to. That's the NBA Finals. He hosted the Larry O'Brien Trophy. He lost the Bill Russell Trophy, the MVP Trophy. And when you look at the duo of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, where does it rank as far as all time? Is it up there with Magic and Kareem? Mike and Scotty, Shaq and Kobe, Carl and John Stockton. When you look at the duos, even if it's just for the postseason, the history, the run that Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic went, the numbers speak for themselves. So we could discuss it, debate it, just analyze it for this postseason or in general, the whole foundation they were building from the ground up, right? Because they were both drafted within the organization. And you see the emotions that ran through Jamal Murray as he was celebrating and realizing everything that he accomplished, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears. Those 2 frustrating years coming back from that injury. Seeing his team succeed without him. Knowing that what he missed, what he was bringing to the table, could it be that final missing piece? And yes, it was. And look at the acquisition of Aaron Gordon. The emergence of Michael Porter Jr. Sprinkling the veterans from DeAndre Jordan to Ish Smith, Reggie Jackson. I might be missing a few names. Bruce Brown. They all played their part. I mean, when you look at that team, it was well equipped. It was well depth. It battled it out with Phoenix, right? It withstood the 1-2 punch of KD and Devin Booker. It withstood the 1-2 punch of LeBron James and AD. This Denver Nugget team is built to win. And when I say it's built to win, I mean that as far as repeating, defending their crown. You know, when you look at the landscape of the Western Conference, yeah, we can't really talk in full detail because moves haven't been made. Trades haven't happened. The draft hasn't been taking place yet either. But when you look at the team, you look at the roster, how is it constructed? How they continue to construct and progress as an organization. The foundation is there. The 1-2 foundation of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic isn't going nowhere. So again, let's look at the landscape of the NBA. Can the Denver Nuggets repeat as NBA champions? I mean, it is crazy. But, I mean, I really got to think about it, and I don't see no reason why they can't repeat. If they can keep that nucleus intact, right? So, Michael Porter Jr., you figure him, he's only going to get better, more comfortable in the system, right? Aaron Gordon showed that he's more than just a dunker. He brought more to the table. Athleticism, rebounding, defense. I mean, everything just gelled perfectly for this team. Now, who knows what's going to happen next season? Are some of these current people on the roster going to be there? What about the emergence of that young boy from Kansas? All he knows how to do is win, right? He's like the DJ Khaled of the NBA. All he do is win, no matter what. 3 high school championships, a national championship, followed up a championship in your rookie year in the NBA. I mean, shout out to the scouting the department and everybody in the front office of the Denver Nuggets for building this juggernaut of a team. This team is going to become a problem for the Western Conference for years to come. It is what it is. This championship was coming. Everything was already in the making. Yes, everything has a line and fall into place, but they made it happen. And the confidence they built moving forward, knowing that they captured that first championship, they moved those mountains. I mean, hey, look at the NBA. It is what it is. But now that a champion has been crowned, and again, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. And congratulations to the Miami Heat. And, expect them to reload, retool, and get it going again. But free agency is upon us, and so is the NBA draft. Right? So now a lot of moves will be made. Hopefully your favorite team, my favorite team, the New York Knicks, we can make some moves and build on the season. Second round knockout by the Miami Heat, the defending Eastern Conference champion, Miami Heat, right? So it's something to build on for us New York Knicks fans. As far as your favorite team, hopefully, you improve and restock and reload and get ready for this next upcoming season. Whether it's through the draft, through the trade, through free agent signings. It's a lot of NBA noise that we got to talk about, though. The NBA just dropped a hammer on Ja Morant. 25-game suspension. I mean, some predicted it'd be more. Some even said it might be a whole year, a whole NBA season, which is 82-game seasons, 82 games a season, right? Some said 50, 40, half. But the hammer has been dropped, and it's come down 25 games. When you look at everything that's transpired as far as John Morant, the 2 gun incidents, the nightclub, the incident at his sister's basketball game, the countless videos, here's a kid who's clearly troubled and doesn't see the big picture, right? You just missed out on millions for failing to hit the All-NBA. Your Nike shoe has just been put on hold, and several other endorsements, including Powerade and local endorsements for your Memphis Grizzlies, right? So when you look at overall everything that's going on, this young man has to reassess everything transpiring in his life, his circle, who he can trust, who he needs to have around him, the organization. What's more important to him, basketball or being a thug? Being on social media, portraying something, or actually what's reality? That you're an NBA star, that it's the next level to become an NBA superstar. At one time in the conversation of being one of the faces of the NBA. But here we are talking about a 25-game suspension for another video that surfaced with you brandishing a firearm. So when you look at John Morant, from the father, to the circle, to his teammates, to his close friends, family, mother, please, let's all rally around John Morant. Let's not crucify him and keep burying this young man. Yes, we all make mistakes. Your boy Big June has made plenty of them and will continue to, because none of us are perfect. However, what we don't need to do is continue to point fingers and throw stones at him when we all live in glass houses. This young man is clearly going through his phase, whether it's self-destructive, immature, ignorant. Someone needs to put his arm around this kid. Listen, you're playing yourself. I'm not going to let go until my message is stuck in your head. I'm not going to stop drilling it until you understand what you're losing out on. Understand what's taking place. Understand how fast everything can be taken away from you. Someone, a teammate, a family member, maybe a prior coach from high school, college. Someone needs to get in this kid's ear and stay in it. Stay in it and drill it in his head. Hey, what he's doing is wrong. Whether the gun's illegal or not. You want to conduct yourself as a business, as a brand, moving forward. And then whether you fail to realize or not, John Morant, you are a role model for all these young kids looking to be the next John Morant on the NBA hardwood. So understand that there's eyes on you, no matter what. All eyes will be on you moving forward. And rightfully so, because you put the bullseye on your back. So hopefully you could turn this lesson into a blessing. And understand that, as fast as you got it, even faster could be taken away from you. Realize that you're already losing. Realize the consequences for your actions. They're starting to speak. Whether it's financially, because they're hitting your wallet, you're losing endorsement deals. Now you're suspended for the first 25 games of the upcoming season. Understand what's going on, John Morant. Hopefully you get your head on straight. Get your mind right. Like I said, man, NBA free agency, NBA draft, slowly amongst us. Other NBA news, the great Michael Jordan had decided to sell a large share of the Charlotte Hornets to minority owner. So he'll have a small stake of the team moving forward and will conduct business as far as free agency and the NBA draft. But Michael Jordan has agreed to sell a large share of the Charlotte Hornets to the minority owner. Now, as much as Michael Jordan gets celebrated for being the greatest player of all time, or if not the, or one of the greatest, right? However you want to go about it. This isn't about LeBron and Jordan, right? But we're talking about Michael Jordan, the NBA owner, and what has he accomplished as far as being the owner. Pretty much, I could just stop right there. Yes, he gave you Kemba Walker. He gave you LaMelo Ball. Other questionable draft picks. The Michael Gilchrist. Did he draft a Michael Okafor? Which was a solid pick, but more defensive side, right? Some questionable signings like the Gordon Hayward. But overall, as an owner, what has Michael Jordan accomplished? besides bringing the name of the Hornets back to the Charlotte fold, right? When you look at it overall, again, gave you Kemba Walker, gave you LaMelo Ball. I would mention Mikal Bridges, but he burned his bridges. No pun intended, right? But, again, let's get back to Michael Jordan, the owner. Because, yes, he'll still have a small claim within the organization, a minority owner, moving forward, and will conduct business as the owner for the draft and free agency. But when you look at the body of work, as Michael Jordan's resume as an NBA owner, it doesn't scream out success. It doesn't scream out champion. It doesn't scream out anything, really. Is it safe to say that Michael Jordan is or will become the Kwame Brown of NBA owners when it's all said and done, right? The ultimate bust as far as ownership. What does he accomplish for the team from an organizational standpoint? I mean, it is funny when you think about, you expect, the mentality, the mindset he had to succeed, to become a champion, and at the level as a player, that he would carry on as an owner. But when you look at the body of work, the resume speaks for itself. It is what it is. Now, again, like I mentioned, free agency. Before I go, hopefully, your team, my team, the New York Knicks, can improve on the roster through free agency, through trades, through the draft. And hopefully it be your team, my team, hosting the Larry O'Brien with your favorite player, my favorite player, hoisting the Bill Russell Award. And, it is what it is, man. All my family and friends, stay blessed, stay alert, stay on point, stay safe. Some of y'all didn't get run to. Some of y'all, avoided me, I avoided you. It is what it is. I'm out of here. One.